The top stories tonight in Y News. House Secretary General Reginald Velasco has assured that the House is fully prepared for President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s third State of the Nation address set for July 22nd.
A health advocate reports that the Department of Finance is requesting the return of approximately 90 billion pesos in unutilized funds from PhilHealth.
The pursuit continues for suspended Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo and other individuals who were issued arrest warrants by the Senate for their failure to appear in the investigation on illegal Philippine offshore gaming operations, or POGOs.
And we will discover why United States President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump called for unity and calm following the assassination attempt during a rally.
Good evening, Philippines and the world. Today is Monday, the 15th of July, 2024. Join us in the next hour as we deliver today's top stories around the Philippines and in other parts of the world. I am Oralyn Quijano.
We are also seen in 1,935 satellite monitoring centers nationwide and via live streaming worldwide through the UNTV News and Rescue social media channels. I am Joselito Liquido.
First in the news. House Secretary General Reginald Velasco ensured that the House is ready for the third State of the Nation address, or SONA, of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on July 22nd. This follows the final SONA interagency meeting on Monday, July 15th. Rosalie Cause will tell us why.
House Secretary General Reginald Velasco gave a brief answer when asked if they are ready for the third State of the Nation address, or SONA, of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on July 22. On Monday, July 15, the final SONA interagency meeting was conducted at the House of Representatives with officials from the Malacanang, the House of Representatives, and the Senate.
Ready na, 100%.
According to House Secretary General Velasco, the security plan for the SONA is now fully implemented at 100%. They also do not perceive any security threat following the alarming assassination attempt against former United States President Donald Trump over the weekend.
What happened to former President Donald Trump? Mag-i-think pa ba tayo na security?
Wala, addition. Everything all set, all ready.
Officials from the Office of the President, House of Representatives, and Senate conducted a walkthrough at the Batasang Pambansa in preparation for the SONA. There was also a final rehearsal starting from the arrival of the President at the Batasang Pambansa, meeting with the Senate President and House Speaker, stopping at the Presidential Legislative Liaison Office or holding area, and proceeding to the Session Hall for the joint session of Congress. On July 18, the lockdown at the Batasang Pambansa will begin. Currently, renovations being conducted at the House of Representatives for the SONA are nearing completion. According to House Secretary General Velasco, they expect the third SONA of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to have the highest number of attendees. It is estimated that over 2,000 attendees will be present for PBBM's upcoming SONA. Rosalie Cause, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, is finalizing its rerouting plan for the upcoming third State of the Nation address by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on July 22. The MMDA is coordinating with the Department of Transportation, the Philippine National Police, the Secretary General of the House of Representatives, and the Secretary of the Senate. Once the plan is finalized, it will be announced on MMDA's social media accounts to guide motorists. According to MMDA Acting Chairman Attorney Don Artes, an initial plan includes the potential implementation of a zipper lane on Commonwealth Avenue starting at noon on July 22. Additionally, the agency is considering lifting the number coding scheme to manage the expected increase in private vehicles on the road.
Siguro mga mid-afternoon namin isasara yung pong Commonwealth portion noon. Magkakaroon naman ng zipper lane kaya kumbaga hindi total closure.
Commission on Elections or COMELEC Chief George Erwin Garcia disclosed that he will be filing falsification of documents case against former Caloocan Solon Edgar Erice. Adante Amento tells us why.
Former Caloocan City Representative Edgar Erice submitted some documents to the Office of Commission on Elections Chairman George Erwin Garcia this morning, July 15. Erice explained that it is regarding the bank accounts under the name of Garcia, which a sum of $15 million allegedly deposited from South Korea. The documents are allegedly from the Bahamas.
Ito po yung natanggap ko na Bahamas files kung saan nakalagay po doon na isang COMELEC officials ang nakatanggap ng $1 million mula sa South Korea, allegedly from Miro. At ito ay meron pong 14 foreign accounts, ang isang COMELEC official.
Garcia asked to verify one of the accounts at the Land Bank of the Philippines, and Land Bank through its certification confirmed that the account was fake.
Allegedly opened on March 2022 under the name George M. Garcia is non-existent with Land Bank of the Philippines, Intramuros branch.
Thus, Garcia stressed he will file appropriate falsification of documents case against Erice for trying to destroy his reputation and credibility. Garcia explained that Erice is liable for bearing falsified documents. He will file the case after receiving the results of the investigation by the Anti-Money Laundering Council and the National Bureau of Investigation or NBI.
Ang nakalagay sa batas, yung may hawak ng isang falsifikado na dokumento ay presumed sa batas na siyang author ng falsifikadong dokumento.
Dante Amento, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
In a significant development, the Food and Drug Administration has granted approval for the government's use of a vaccine against African swine fever. Following this, the Department of Agriculture will initiate the procurement process for the vaccine. There is potential for this crucial vaccine to be distributed to struggling hog raisers before the end of the year. Nel Maribuhok reports.
The Department of Agriculture may possibly roll out the vaccine against African swine fever or ASF in September this year.
With the procurement procedure sa DA, baka September siguro.
According to DA Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr., the rollout will initially be for government use for several months of observation.
Government use pa lang to. Kasi basically, minomonitor to for 6 months na government use. Then after that, hopefully kung pumasa na lahat at okay lahat, for commercial use na.
According to the Secretary, they have begun procuring the vaccine which will be distributed to poor hog raisers or livestock farmers in red zone or highly infected areas of ASF. Based on the Department of Agriculture's estimate in 2020, the hog industry lost 56 billion pesos due to ASF. Nel Maribuhok, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
And for the news abroad, Donald Trump, set to be nominated as the Republican candidate, has survived an assassination attempt during a rally, prompting calls for unity and calm from both his camp and the United States President Joe Biden. The FBI identifies the lone shooter, intensifying concerns over rising political violence. Trump arrived in Milwaukee on Sunday to be officially nominated as the Republican presidential candidate after surviving an assassination attempt that has deepened the political divide. President Biden has ordered a review of how a 20-year-old man armed with an AR-15 style rifle got close enough to shoot at Trump from a rooftop on Saturday, July 13th, U.S. time. Despite being struck in the ear, Trump is reported to be recovering well. During a rally in Pennsylvania, shots were fired, hitting Trump's right ear and wounding 3 others. Secret Service agents killed the suspect. Trump, who is due to accept his party's nomination at the Republican National Convention on Thursday, emphasized the need for unity. Biden echoed this sentiment, condemning the violence and calling for a reduction in political tensions. The FBI identified the suspect as Thomas Matthew Crooks, a nursing home aide from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. He acted alone and had no ideology or mental health issues. The rifle used was legally purchased by his father. The Secret Service has increased security measures for Trump. A rally attendee, Corey Comparote, was killed and 2 others were injured. The incident has heightened concerns about political violence in the U.S. and brought back memories of past attacks on political figures. We'll share more global stories with you later.
For those watching our live streaming on YouTube, please click the subscribe button you see on your screen and ring the bell for notification. You may also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The search continues for suspended Bamban-Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo and other individuals who were ordered arrested by the Senate for them to appear in its investigation on the illegal Philippine offshore gaming operators, or POGOs, in the country. Harleen Delgado will tell us why.
Several senators are urging suspended Bamban-Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo to voluntarily surrender after she was not found in her farm when the arrest order was served by Senate authorities. Senate Deputy Minority Leader Erice believes Guo should personally face the committee to answer truthfully the allegations against her.
Mas maigi sundin niya ang payo ngayon ng kanyang legal counsel na voluntarily humarap na sa Senado at tapusin niyang sagutin ang aming mga tanong. At kung nakakapag-Facebook ka, siguro naman kaya mo nang humarap sa Senado. Hindi ka Pilipino. Ang titibay na ng ebidensya.
Senator Sherwin Gatchalian shares the same sentiment, noting that Guo must respect the law. For Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada, all government agencies with police powers should join forces in searching for Guo. According to Guo's lawyer, attorney Stephen David, he has advised the suspended mayor to appear before the committee in the next hearing.
Actually, dalawang situation na nag-50-50 siya. Una, ang advice ko sa kanya, mag-appear ka, i-honor natin yung legal process kasi nga, hindi naman tayo pwede magtago habang buhay. Sayang naman yung buhay natin na masasayang sa pagtatago, magiging fugitive ka. Yung nga, kailan yun, di ba? Samantala, kung mag-appear ka, kailangan, di naman yun para parusahan siya kasi may presumption of innocence.
Guo's legal counsel adds his client has assured him that she is still in the Philippines.
Gusto niya talaga para makaharap siya sa mga tao, makaano siya. Kaya lang nga, yung takot niya nananatili. Sabi ko, kung sa Senate lang naman niya, tsaka gagarantiyan ka naman ng safety doon. Well, mas-safe ka pa nga doon kung tutusin.
For his part, Senate President Francis Cheese Escudero guarantees the security and welfare of Guo and other subjects of the arrest orders once detained at the Senate.
It's a detention facility na. It's a room, air-conditioned, with its own restroom, or with bunk beds. Inayos ko lang kanina. At dahil nasabi ko, katabi mismo ng PNP.
Harleen Delgado, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
The Philippine National Police has issued an alert to police commanders to locate suspended Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo. According to PNP Public Information Office Chief Police Colonel Jean Fajardo, PNP personnel will assist the Senate Sergeant-at-Arms in serving the warrant of arrest. The arrest order stems from Mayor Guo's refusal to appear in a Senate inquiry on human trafficking, serious illegal detention, and physical abuse and torture violations at Philippine Offshore Gaming Operations or POGO Hub.
Ay nag-provide nga po ng assistance ang PNP para mag-provide po para bigyan po ng security yung mga personnel po ng Senate Sergeant at Arms at asa ngayon po ay yun pa rin po yung ating arrangement po sa kanila, yung ating mga respective regional directors, mga chief of police kung saan po nandoon yung mga areas na naka-address po yung mga subject po ng warrant of arrest.
The search for Kingdom of Jesus Christ leader Apollo Quiboloy and 4 other members continues, according to the Philippine National Police. PNP Public Information Office Chief Police Colonel Jean Fajardo confirmed that they have been receiving numerous tips regarding their whereabouts. This search and information follows the announcement by DILG Secretary Benher Abalos of a reward for any information leading to the capture of the accused. Last Thursday, July 11, police apprehended Pauline Canada, one of Quiboloy's co-accused in Davao. She faces charges of qualified human trafficking, child abuse, and sexual abuse.
Yung ating hotline ay talagang mainit. Marami po tayong nakukuha po na information but we have to vet muna yung ating mga nakukuhang information. Some of them might be true but we also have to consider na some of them is intended para guluhin or iligaw po tayo dun sa ating direksyon ng paghahanap.
A health advocate has reported that the Department of Finance is demanding the return of an estimated 90 billion pesos in unused funds from PhilHealth. The president of PhilHealth declined to comment on the matter. Ryan Lacanlale details why.
Time is running out for those opposing the Department of Finance transfer of the 89.9 billion pesos excess funds from PhilHealth, which were unused in previous years.
Pag nakuha na po yan, mawawalan po tayo ng funds para po sa PhilHealth po. And it means a lot of people will suffer sa kanilang mga sakit pag sila ng hospital.
According to Public Health Reform Advocate Dr. Tony Liachon, if the President has not made a decision on this matter by the upcoming State of the Nation address on July 22, the funds may be transferred permanently.
Sana makapag-decide sila before the SONA. Kasi once na yung fiscal year ay natapos at naisoli na, Ryan, tapos na po yun. Kawawa naman ng Pilipino. Hindi na natin, fiscal year kasi, Ryan, magtatapos yan sa SONA magpapanibago tayo. So baka hindi na natin makuha ho yun. Kailangan mapigilan po yun. Kaya nagmamadali po tayo. So we have only about 2 weeks para ho i-push ito.
The Department of Finance's circular mandates that the government agency return unused subsidy funds to the National Treasury.
Na-analyze sila na may sobra, almost 90 billion. So anong nangyari? Nagkaroon ng DOF Circular 003-2024 and that all excess funds pupunta ngayon sa National Treasury para tugunan yung unprogrammed funds. Ang unprogrammed funds are programs na wala pa, iniisip pa lang, pero kinukuha mo na yung pera.
According to Liachon, this action violates the Universal Healthcare Law and other laws, rendering the funds retrieval not only unconstitutional and illegal, but also immoral.
To me, hindi ako lawyer, but we had meetings with legal luminaries in one meeting nung aming syntax with the medical organization. Ang sabi nila, it might violate the Universal Healthcare Law, it might violate the syntax law,
and the train law because health funds should only be allocated or earmarked for health. It cannot go to other agencies na hindi directly to health.
Despite having such a large unused fund, the premium or monthly contribution paid by PhilHealth members continues to rise to 5%. Additionally, the prices of medicine are also increasing, but according to him, the case rate or discount that patient with condition like heart disease and cancer could receive are not increasing.
And then, ninanakawan din natin yung mga kababayan natin, particularly mahihirap na wala silang health maintenance organization or savings. And to us, pagka nangyari ito, we will perpetuate right now an error na hindi na natin makokorek kasi magkakaroon siya ng precedent.
He said a lot could be done with the unused funds to improve the country's healthcare system, which is falling behind in Southeast Asia. For example, hospitals and healthcare facility could be built. Doctor salary could be increased to prevent them from being forced to work abroad. The PhilHealth system could be strengthened, and the dream of only paying 10% of hospital costs under the Universal Healthcare Scheme could finally be achieved. When PhilHealth Chief Emmanuel Ledesma Jr. was asked about the issue at the event he attended, this was his only response.
Election kayo sa mga public health reform advocates questioning yung pag-remit po, yung 89.9.
Sabi, diba, event lang po. So, hindi po. Yes po. Very clear po yan, diba, sinabi ko.
Liachon believes that the decision to fully retrieve these funds lies in the hands of the President. He appeals for the funds allocated for health and the welfare of Filipino citizens not to be taken away. Ryan Lacanlale, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
The power rates of the Manila Electric Company or Meralco has normalized for July 2024 bill. It may, however, decrease in August based on the forecast of the power distributor. Asher Kadapan Jr. details why.
Monthly power rates of the Manila Electric Company or Meralco has been sustained at around 11 pesos per kilowatt hour since the start of 2024 except for June bill. But as the power distributor implements a 2 pesos and 15 centavos per kilowatt hour increase in July 2024 bill, it only brings the power rates back to its normal cost.
We have an adjustment of 2 pesos and 15 centavos per kilowatt hour rounded off. Kumbaga po, hindi reflected yung actual rates last month because of the deferment. Nanumbalik lang po tayo sa normal ngayon at isinama na po yung una o yung pangalawa doon sa deferred charges.
The power rate increase is equivalent to a 430 pesos additional fee for typical residential customers of Meralco consuming 200 kilowatt hour, 645 pesos for those consuming 300 kilowatt hour, 860 pesos for 400 kilowatt hour consumption, and 1,075 pesos increase for 500 kilowatt hour consumption. Meralco says the upward adjustment this month is due to price increase of generation charge, while they continue to collect the deferred bill in May 2024 adjustment as ordered by the Energy Regulatory Commission or ERC. With these, the power distributor sees possible decrease in the power rates for the month of August. This amid lowering price and demand of electricity in the spot market while reserve level improves.
Since manggagaling na tayo sa July na nag-normalize na yung ating rates, mayroong pag-asa na bumaba ang rates naman sa August.
Meralco, however, has yet to determine if the power rates will continue to decrease in September and the following months. Asher Kadapan Jr., UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
And in other global news, a devastating airstrike by the Israeli Defense Forces in Gaza has resulted in the deaths of at least 90 Palestinians and left hundreds injured. The strike aimed to eliminate a Hamas commander, but senior Hamas officials have denied reports that the attack killed their military leader, Mohammed Deif. Hamas has refuted Israel's claims of targeting its leaders, accusing Israel of using these assertions to justify the deadliest attack on Gaza, which struck the humanitarian area of Al-Mawasi. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has confirmed Deif's death but has vowed to continue their operations until their objectives are achieved. In response to the violence, thousands of Israelis have protested in Tel Aviv. United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres expressed his shock and sadness over the civilian casualties, highlighting that nowhere is safe in Gaza and emphasizing the need to uphold international humanitarian law.
Russia's defense ministry announced that its forces have taken control of the village of Urozhain in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region. This claim, if confirmed, marks another gain for Russia following the capture of the strategic town of Adika earlier this year. Axis Salem will tell us why.
Russia's defense ministry has confirmed that its forces have taken control of Urozhain village in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region, marking the latest in a series of gains since February's strategic town capture. Ukrainian bloggers reported that Kyiv's forces have taken control of a village southwest of Donetsk, while Ukraine's military claims ongoing fighting in the area. The Russian Defense Ministry announced that the East Group of Forces has successfully taken control of Urozhain in the Donetsk region, executing mopping up and demeaning operations. However, it was reported that it was unable to clarify claims from Ukrainian and Russian sources regarding ongoing conflict incidents, underscoring the difficulties in obtaining reliable information from conflict zones. In February 2022, Russian control of a village began, but Ukraine reclaimed it near the Mokly-Yaly River in July 2023. The operation was a part of the 1,000-kilometer line southern and eastern perimeter of Ukraine's counter-offensive, which had minimal progress. Ukraine's general staff reported 18 Russian attacks on Urozhain and nearby areas, but did not mention the village in a late afternoon report. Ukrainian military blog Deep State reported Urozhain's capture, citing Russia's forces' mass assaults south of the village. Meanwhile, the loss was referred to as a defense collapse that required investigation into its cause. Axis Salam, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
King Charles III and Queen Camilla are scheduled to visit Australia and Samoa in October. This visit comes amidst the British King's ongoing cancer treatment and his commitment to public duties. During their visit, the British royals will engage in several activities in the Australian Capital Territory and New South Wales before heading to Samoa for a Commonwealth Summit. This marks King Charles III's first visit to Australia as monarch and his first official trip outside Britain since his cancer diagnosis. And those are the reasons behind the news in other parts of the globe.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, has reported that some glass panels of the EDSA busway elevators have been damaged despite not being in use. The cause of the damage has been attributed to rock-throwing incidents. JP Nunez will tell us why.
Some elevators in EDSA Carousel had broken glass panels, including stations of Bagong Barrio, Balintawak, and Guadalupe. According to the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, some individuals throw rocks on glass panels during its installation between April up to June.
Nananawagan kami sa mga gagamit nito at sa publiko na ingatan po natin itong ganitong proyekto. Kasi may instance po na may nambato ng ating elevator na nagdulot ng pagkabasag ng isang panel.
According to MMDA Acting Chairman Attorney Don Artes, it was intentionally installed with glasses to see people inside to prevent crime.
Kasi kung kulong siya at hindi nakikita yung tao sa loob, pwedeng pag mulan ng krimen ito. Holdapan, rape, or pangmumulestya ng mga pasahero. Kaya po natin ginawan transparent.
Aside from rock throwing incident, MMDA also reported there are elevators which cables were pulled out. As of this July, there are 5 stations of EDSA Carousel which has elevators including Monumento, Bagong Baryo, Balintawak, Phil-Am, and Guadalupe. Earlier this morning, Phil-Am Station and Kamuning Station of Busway were opened to commuters. According to Department of Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista, they will request additional 200 million pesos to fund the installation of elevators in all stations of EDSA Carousel.
Hihingi tayo ng additional budget sa DBM at sa Kongreso upang magkaroon pa tayo ng mga additional mandate sa lahat ng station. No? Dapat to talaga sa lahat ng station dahil kailangan natin to for the accessibility of the senior citizens and persons with special needs.
JP Nunez, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
The Canlaon volcano shows ongoing increased ground deformation changes, which began on June 18, 2024. This is based on the ongoing monitoring conducted by the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PhilVox. The agency added that they have been recording a pronounced increase in the inflation or swelling of its edifice for the past month, while volcano earthquake activity and elevated volcanic sulfur dioxide emissions persists. PhilVox says such a parameter could further indicate that magmatic intrusions beneath the edifice may be taking place. With these, the agency warns of increased chances of eruptive activity in Canlaon volcano. The public is also reminded that alert level 2 prevails over Canlaon and to be vigilant while avoiding entry into the 4-kilometer radius permanent danger zone. As the world faces these trying times, amid the various challenges and uncertainties, we are inviting everyone to join the global prayer for humanity.
Good day. I'm Brother Alice of the members of the Church of God International. I want to invite you to join us in a minute of prayer every day to pray for humanity and the whole world as we go through these perilous times. While safety measures like washing of hands and strengthening of our immune systems may help us through this horrible predicament, there is still no precaution or cure more powerful than God's mighty intervention. And we need His intervention now more than ever. It doesn't matter what religion you are in or what denomination you belong. This is an invitation for all the people around the world who cares for the future of their family, friends, loved ones, and humanity as a whole. Everybody is welcome to pray with us. For more details, you can check out the description box below. Thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you soon. May God bless you.
And before we close, we will leave you with a word, giving glory to God. From the book of Proverbs chapter 18, verse 8, it says, "The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly." And those are the reasons behind the news, July 15, 2024. Reasons we deliver to you as they unfold. I am Joselito Liquido, live from Malaysia.
And because we need to know, we will always ask why. I am Oralyn Quijano, live from Toronto, Canada. We serve the people, we give glory to God.